Hello, and it's the day after yesterday. That is today only. But welcome to A for Arsenal. कैसे हैं आप लोग? I know it's a Sunday morning. आपके लिए तो इधर भी 12 बज ही गए हैं. Sunday evening हो गया आप लोगों के लिए इधर afternoon है. Bunch of games to come यार. Uh, Today also bunch of games happened yesterday also and काफी you had a shift in the table a little bit. Aston Villa are now third. Liverpool are now top. um, उसके अलावा अगर आप देखें तो आर्सेनल सेकंड पे ही है एंड टुडे सिटी प्ले चेल्सी प्ले स्पर्स प्ले न्यूकासल प्ले तो यार काफी इंटरेस्टिंग होने वाला है आज का गेम डे भी um, मैंने सोचा कि क्या होता है कि यार वंस यू हैव अ गेम एंड यू प्ले एंड व्हाटएवर यू हैव योर इंस्टेंट रिएक्शंस जिसमें आप गुस्सा भी होते हो आप दुखी भी होते हो आप इमोशनल भी होते हो यू ओवर एस्टिमेट योर सक्सेसेस यू ओवर प्ले योर लॉसेस आप थोड़े से नेगेटिव हो जाते हो कुछ ज्यादा ही पॉजिटिव हो जाते हो सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल all यूनाइटेड फैंस आई नो बोथ ऑन डिस्कॉर्ड आउटसाइड ऑफ डिस्कॉर्ड इन रियल लाइफ सब कह रहे थे यार खत्म सीजन ईटीएच गॉन सो आई थॉट एक नेक्स्ट डे स्ट्रीम रख लेनी चाहिए यूजुअली तो अब से हम क्या करेंगे गाइस आफ्टर द मैच विल हैव एन इंस्टेंट रिएक्शन स्ट्रीम विच इज अ रिव्यू स्ट्रीम बट दैट विल ओनली बी फॉर मेंबर्स फ्रॉम नाउ ऑन एक नेक्स्ट डे स्ट्रीम होगा जहां पे हम a day after we'll review everything, and maybe on a Tuesday or something after the weekend we'll do like an entire thing for like a preview and a review and everything, because अभी चैंपियंस लीग भी आने वाला है ट्यूसडे को तो हमारे लिए वो उसके लिए मंडे को उसके लिए भी स्ट्रीम हो गया बट थैंक गॉड द गेम इज ऑन एट 11 PM हियर नॉट प्रॉब्लम कैसे हो गॉड अभी हेलो एनएस मिलन हेलो पुनीत हेलो यूजीन हेलो इंडियन स्काउसर हेलो जैद एवरीवन आदर्श कैसे हो नाइस टू सी यू हियर एज वेल एंड so let's talk about the games, man. And I want to start with the first game जो कल हुआ था यार. KYC कब कंटिन्यू करेंगे? Good question यार. I think अभी जब जनवरी में ब्रेक आएगा, we will do a couple of episodes of KYC in that time. ठीक है? So anyways, तब तक यार, लिवरपूल फैंस, हम लिवरपूल वाली गेम से स्टार्ट करेंगे. लिवरपूल फैंस, how are you feeling today morning यार? How are you feeling today morning? Top of the table हो, 1 पॉइंट की लीड है कल आर्सेनल एस्टन विला से हार गई सो you've gotten an advantage there. आई थिंक ये स्विंग्स एंड राउंड अबाउट्स लेकिन होता रहता है. um, if you take 3 games जहाँ पे let's say the game that Liverpool lost was Spurs, which that it was a lot of controversy anyway. So Liverpool lost against Spurs, we drew against Spurs, so वहाँ पे 1 पॉइंट का advantage to Arsenal हो गया. You've beaten Aston Villa at home, we've lost to Aston Villa away, so वहाँ पे आपको +2 का net advantage हो गया. You drew with Luton, we beat Luton, so वहाँ पे almost equally हो गया, right? So आप एक you drew, we +2 का आप कर लोगे -2, yeah, so it's pretty much like that only यार. 1 पॉइंट का ही नेट का डिफरेंस है, बाकी हम सब लोग गेम्स जीते हुए हैं. इट्स टू कोल्ड हेयर एट द टॉप. बिल्कुल बढ़िया. हम करेंगे, we'll do this at the end, Gefir. Feel good, says Zed. Amazing. Feels nice to be at the top after such a long time, lol. Rishik says, great. Still can't win anything without A. Without. Okay. Hello, kaise ho? All good, man. Harshit, how are you? I think the game at the Emirates will be the decider. No chance. No chance at all. At the Emirates, Liverpool versus Arsenal. अभी तो यार FA कप वाला है. नहीं. This title will be decided at the earliest, if I have to say. This title will be decided earliest at the end of January. And we have to see how Manchester City get on. Why? Because मेरे हिसाब से यार Manchester City के अभी जो next fixtures है ना, 14-15 fixtures है, so easy. They can win literally. If they win 42 points out of the next 14 fixtures, I will not be surprised. The minimum they are winning is 36. I will say this. ठीक है, उसमें से एक ही ट्रिकी गेम मुझे दिखी है, दैट इज न्यू कासल. एंड अगर हम एक रैंडम स्टम्बल मान लें कि मान लो किसी को इंजरी हो गई, मान लो रॉड्री फिर सस्पेंड हो गया, ठीक है, एक रैंडम स्टम्बल आई एक्सपेक्ट. अदर देन दैट यार मैनचेस्टर सिटी के नेक्स्ट 14 फिक्सचर्स आर सुपर सुपर क्लीन. लेट मी सी इफ आई कैन शो देम टू यू. हाँ, जल्दी से, वन सेक. So earliest this title is getting decided is January, and I'm still favoring Manchester City. So they have Luton, Palace at home, Brentford at home, Everton away, Sheffield at home, Huddersfield to छोड़ो. Newcastle, I think this is the tricky one. Burnley at home, Brentford away. This could be a little tricky. Then Everton again, and then Chelsea, which I think they are much better than Chelsea. Bournemouth, Man City at versus Man United at the Etihad. उन्होंने ओल्ड ट्रैफर्ड पे रहते हैं. आई थिंक अंटिल 9th March आई डोंट सी सिटी ड्रॉपिंग टू मेनी पॉइंट्स. मे बी 2 games दे विल ड्रॉप पॉइंट्स एट मैक्स. ठीक है, क्योंकि नहीं नहीं पीछे तो बिल्कुल नहीं पड़ा है पुनीत. मैं कह रहा हूँ कि यही आपके आपके तो क्या है ना, सिटी की परफेक्शन इतनी ज़्यादा है दैट it is only when they are not complete is when you others have an opportunity to get something. So if we sign Tony, we will win it, says Sky. Okay, okay, okay. देखते हैं यार, देखो ट्रांसफर विंडो में क्या होता है. आई डोंट थिंक टोनी वाज द इशू येस्टरडे. अगर टोनी होता तो शायद से हम गोल मार देते. बट इन जनरल आई थिंक गोल स्कोरिंग हैज नॉट बीन एन इशू फॉर अस दिस सीजन. इट्स जस्ट बीन क्रिएशन. एंड क्रिएट हमने कल किया था, बट कल हमने फिनिश नहीं किया था. स्टिल वी कांट विन एनीथिंग विदाउट अ डीएम. ऑलराइट, नहीं नहीं जिंक्स नहीं कर रहा है यार. देखो सी पुनीत, the thing is, people say talk about City, talk about City, talk about City, and you talk about City, फिर जिंक्स थोड़ी हो गया, राइट? सिटी का फ्लो ब्रेक करना डिफिकल्ट हो गया, एंड दैट्स द थिंग मैन. आपने अभी उनके फिक्सचर्स देखे हैं, नॉट, आई डोंट सी देम ड्रॉपिंग टू मेनी पॉइंट्स. गुड इवनिंग पुनीत, कैसे हो? Can't wait for KDB. The sole reason I support City, says Eugene. All right. हेलो गाइस, एस्टन विला गेम ने बहुत ही चीजें बता दी. क्या एस्टन विला ने औकात दिखा दी हमें. दक्ष भाई, इफ लिवरपूल फिनिश फर्स्ट देन वी फिनिश सेकंड इन ला लीगा. अच्छा, ऐसी बात है क्या गॉड? ऐसी बात है. एनीवेज, या डीएम विल बी सुपर इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर लिवरपूल. या बट लेट्स टॉक अबाउट लिवरपूल. I think the overall consensus is that before that, yeah, Matthew, thank you so much for gifting 10 memberships. Yeah, stay here. We will preview the Newcastle Spurs game just a little bit as well. And Rishik, God, Zed, uh, Football Addict, Dipin, जिनको भी membership मिली है, please thank Matthew. Matthew, a friend of the channel, a Spurs fan. Always nice to have rival fans here. And see, I feel I judge Spurs fairly. When they do good, I say they're good. When they lose, I laugh. ठीक है? And I will also preview Spurs versus Aston Villa and why I think Spurs will win today. Anyways, it's my first Premier League season as a new football fan and I'm enjoying so much, my friend. This is a very good season to join in. Joshua got a membership, amazing. Akhilesh became a member. MCPTL, nice. Tracy says elephant has fallen from the tree. Yeah, this is the whole thing, right? Matlab, we were top for maybe 3 weeks. It's fine, it's okay. They care, it's okay. We will come back. I have a feeling. My honest feelings are it's still a 3 horse race. Are we in the title race? Of course, mathematically they are in the title race. But मेरे हिसाब से धीरे धीरे, बिकॉज विला एट होम इज वेरी गुड, विला अवे फ्रॉम होम इज अ लिटिल सस्पेक्ट. ठीक है. इफ आई सी, आई मीन अब मेरे पास वो होम एंड अवे टेबल नहीं है, बट एट होम दे आर रियली गुड, अवे फ्रॉम होम दे आर नॉट सो गुड. दैट बीइंग सेड, आई थिंक स्पर्स have a better chance to be in the title race. I think it will still be Liverpool, Man City and Arsenal. उसमें से जनवरी जिसका बेटर जाएगा, it will eventually turn into a 2 horse race मेरे हिसाब से. अभी I think Liverpool will be on top for a while, because we've played them at Anfield. I think we will lose that game as well. बाकी गेम्स हम जीत जाएंगे. नेक्स्ट 5 गेम्स में से हम 4 गेम्स मेरे हिसाब से श्योरली जीतने चाहिए. ग्रोइंग बियर्ड, हाँ यार, I'm gonna grow this till February and then I'm gonna chop it all off. Yeah, I have a very big doubt. Can they sustain their position? Because Premier League is both home and away, man. And Aston Villa, मेरे हिसाब से at home they're not the best. But देखो यार, ये चीज़ें तो चलती रहती है. Like I said, spins and roundabouts. They play Brentford away next, which I don't think is going to be any easy. But Mbuemo missing है. They play Sheffield at home, which I expect them to win. They play Man United at Old Trafford, जो कहीं भी जा सकता है. Burnley, they will win. So I think till New Year's they will be in the mix. Yeah, it's just after New Year's when they face Newcastle away. Sorry, Newcastle at home, but Newcastle away बहुत अच्छी टीम नहीं है, बट दे विल हैव सम प्लेयर्स बैक. um Actually, to be honest, they can do it for a long time. I might be really mistaken here. Until Man City in April, they have games which I would not put past them to not win. Fulham away could be a tough game. Everton away could be a tough game. Brentford away could be a tough game. But apart from that, yeah, until 9th March when they face Man City at the Etihad, सारा ही आसान है. Khair. So my point is that I think it will eventually still turn into a two-horse race. And as of now, call it bias, call it whatever, I think it will be Arsenal and Man City. I think Liverpool का टाइटल रेस में होना सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट एक चीज है. जैसे आई थिंक इंडियन स्काउसर ने बोला था, इंडियन कॉप ने बोला था, किसने बोला था, somebody said that they need a DM, and I think DM is going to be the decider for Liverpool to be there. Right now I feel जो इंडिविजुअल टैलेंट है ऑफ ट्रेंट, साला, वर्जिल एंड एलिसन, मेरे हिसाब से ये तीन जो हैं, ये चार लोग हैं, दीज आर द वंस हु आर पुशिंग लिवरपूल टू द मैक्स राइट नाउ. एंड उसके बाद यूनाइटेड के अभी डेंजरस मैचेस हैं, बस किसी में हम्बल ना हो जाए तो फिर से वही टेन हैक सैक वाली न्यूज आएगी. देख सी, लेट्स सी. हाँ वही है, इफ दे गेट अ डीएम इन जैन देन दे विल बी सॉर्टेड 100%. कैन इट बी अ थ्री वे? 100%. इट कैन ऑलवेज बी अ थ्री वे मैथमेटिकली. Right now Liverpool are in a great zone right now, but it's just about that midfield is something that worries me. Because look, I won't say Liverpool have been lucky. No, every team deserves luck, but I don't think any team is like Liverpool are riding their luck sort of those things. For me right now, अगर आपके पास वर्ल्ड क्लास टैलेंट है, मान लो आर्सेनल के पास अम्बापे होता और अम्बापे सारे गोल्स मारता, एंड सब लोग बोलते कि भाई अम्बापे को इंजरी हो जाएगी तो आर्सेनल स्ट्रगल करेगी. हाँ भाई, ऑफ कोर्स, बिकॉज he is a world class talent, right? Liverpool have four world class talents in their keeper, two defenders, and one forward. They need a midfielder, मेरे हिसाब से, to be there at least. And so I will say that as long as they get a DM, they are 100% in the title race. If they start, जो उन्होंने जनवरी में कुछ रफा दफा कर दिया, and you get your second choice or your backup choice like Endo आपने लिया. Endo has been decent, but if you had gotten somebody like Lavia or maybe Caicedo or somebody, आपकी team different होती. um, and so वही बात है यार, it's all in Liverpool's hands right now. if they do something in if they do something in the transfer window, then I think they'll be fine. There is no in transfer window, क्या ये shit miss हो गया. In transfer window there is no DM which is good to take them to the title. Daksh, there are so many. What do they need? They need somebody who can replicate what Fabinho did, a ball winner, a tackler. I think if they go for Palinia, and they should go for Palinia. If they go for Palinia, I think they will be the favorites for the title, yaar. 100%. Matthew ne again, I think 5 memberships gift kari hai. Thank you so much, Matthew. Much love to you. And again, guys, जिन लोगों को membership मिली है, Matthew को thank तो कर दीजिए. You can also join the Discord, yaar, on the members only tab. As a Liverpool fan, I don't think we are in the title race. My friend Nayoom, you are top of the table. You might not think you are playing at your best. ठीक है? But mathematically, you're definitely in the title race. If okay, let me put it this way. Apart from Arsenal and City, if you feel you are not in the title race, and if you feel City are always in the title race, वो तो एक default होता ही है. If you feel Arsenal are in the title race or not in the title race, who do you think else is in the title race? I don't think. I think Spurs, if they stop their ये 1 win in 5 वाला record today, I think they're back in contention. I think United will not be in the title race. I don't think Chelsea will be in the title race. I think Villa right now are mathematically in the title race. It all depends on how they negotiate the next 2 months. And वही बात है. I don't think Aston Villa are losing any players in AFCON, और Leon Bailey Jamaica का है ना, लेकिन वो तो yeah, I don't think they're losing anybody. उसके बाद Bournemouth has won 4 out of 5 matches. भाई Bournemouth के, I have to say, Andoni Iraola को I was very curious to see. And जब initially when he had only won 1 match ना, मेरे को बहुत बुरा लग रहा था. I was like, he's such a good manager. But yeah, I will say that it's good. Yeah, he's finally come up. kind of controversial. I believe Villa will be top three. That's fine. Yeah. They can. Is it impossible for them? No, not at all. They can definitely be in the top three. See, there are some factors that work in Villa's favor. Number one, they have to uh, play in the Conference League, right? They can definitely have a Newcastle like season, and it's not going to surprise me at all. Right now, Newcastle are suffering from injuries. Newcastle are struggling a little bit away from home. चैंपियंस लीग हैज ऑलरेडी टेकन देम दे आर रियली फटीग्ड आपने एवर्टन के अगेंस्ट देख लिया था न्यूकासल का कैसा है इफ एस्टन विला फिनिश थर्ड और फोर्थ लाइक से लास्ट सीजन न्यूकासल फोर्थ फिनिश करती इट्स नॉट इम्पॉसिबल टू से सो it could be that Villa actually end up in the Champions League, right? What point last season did we start taking Newcastle super seriously, right? Um, and so that's what I'm saying, right? At some point we started taking Newcastle seriously, and I think वो time Aston Villa का भी आने वाला है. For me, like I said, Aston Villa against मैंने अपने रिव्यू में कहा था Aston Villa against Man City looked dominating in control. Yesterday they did not look to me as good जैसे मैंने देखा था उनको सिटी के अगेंस्ट. एंड इसमें बहुत सारे फैक्टर्स है. सिटी वर प्लेइंग विदाउट रॉड्री केडीबी. सिटी के बाद 6 डिफेंडर्स थे. विला एक गोल चेस कर रही थी. हमारे अगेंस्ट उन्होंने गोल मार दिया था. Plenty of factors could play a part in all those things. All I'm going to say is that yesterday they did not look as convincing to me जितना मेरे को लग रहा था. But ठीक है. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Elegant Arsenal, they're not good away from home, but I still think it will be City, Liverpool, Arsenal in the top three for sure. I think those three will be top three. If there is a team that is most likely to fall out of those top three, it will either be Arsenal or Liverpool, and that will only solely depend on how both of the teams approach in January. ठीक है? Chalo. Matthew says Arsenal lost, United lost. There is no way that we won't lose as well if we win. It'll be too good. That's true, yaar, Matthew. It'll be a great weekend for you because I think you will be fourth in the table if I'm not wrong. If Spurs win today, you will be joint fourth in the table. No, but Man City are also playing. Not today. Yeah. So Man City play before you. They, by the way, play without Erling Haaland. But anyways, let's quickly go back to that Villa game. General Trossard said, should we wait for the summer? Congrats on finishing 8 months, bro. Get a good 9 or winter में फिर से makeshift signing. Come on, you guys. 8 lovely months of being a member in this great channel. Thank you so much, Keshav. So, देखो यार, I think, Keshav, if we have to now make signings now, the level of signing has to be somebody who is definitely going to be one of the best in the world or is currently on the border of being the best in the world, right? Now, अगर हम मान लो इस समर में जो अभी हमने डेक्लन राइस साइन किया इंस्टेड ऑफ डेक्लन राइस लेट्स से वी वेंट फॉर कैफरिन थूरम decent player probably a lot of high potential but will take time right like one of those Fabio Vieira sort of signings and मैं वही कह रहा हूँ कि like अब हमें उस लेवल की नहीं चाहिए now we need established players if we have to go for a striker either has to be have like a very seasoned campaigner in the Premier League and he's consistently delivering for that team or he has to be somebody from a foreign league who is almost the best in the world right now एक चीज मैंने बहुत अच्छी सुनी थी एक पॉडकास्ट पे दैट अगर कोई आर्सेनल फैन कहेगा दैट आर्सेनल शुड गो फॉर एम्बापे ना एम्बापे आए ना आए वो अलग बात है और आर्सेनल शुड गो फॉर ओसिमेन वो आए या ना आए वो अलग बात है बट इसको ना कभी भी रिडिक्यूल नहीं करना चाहिए इसको कभी डिसमिस नहीं करना चाहिए ऑलराइट फॉर मी if the expectation is you have to compete with City, Liverpool in the Premier League, and you have to compete with the Madrids and the Bayerns and the Cities in the Champions League, right? You have to go for the best player possible, right? इसमें कौन सी शर्माने वाली बात है कि Arsenal are interested in Victor Osimhen? इसमें कौन सी हाहा करने वाली बात है? I know we all meme it up when Mbappe वाले links आते हैं and everything, and Liverpool वाले भी हंसते हैं, हम भी हंसते हैं when Mbappe is linked to our teams. But the truth is, yeah, if Liverpool have to compete at the top, if we have to compete at the top, if we have to beat Man City wala juggernaut, then we have to go for the best players in the world. They went for Erling Haaland, जो एक point पे one of the two future best players in the world था, along Mbappe at Dortmund, right? They went for him. They got him because they want to be the best team in the world. Josco Guardiola, I know उसके सब लोग उसको बहुत underrate कर रहे हैं अभी. Josco Guardiola is going to be one of the best defenders in the world in the future. He is super skilled. He is super agile. He is a unique profile in a defender. अभी नहीं दिखेगा लोगों को. ठीक है? So now City want that defense sorted out. They will go for Josco Guardiola, right? मार्टिनेली विल डिसअपियर इफ एम्बापे जॉइंस आर्सेनल, ही विल डिमांड स्काई रॉकेट सैलरी। ऐसा कुछ नहीं होने वाला है। देखिए, वही है प्रॉब्लम गॉडरी। अगर मैं कहूं कि आपकी टीम में, ठीक है, ग्रीलिश वन अ ट्रेबल विद यू, नाउ आई एम नॉट सेइंग ग्रीलिश इज वर्ल्ड क्लास बट ग्रीलिश वाज वेरी इंस्ट्रूमेंटल for City's treble success. But you still went and got Jeremy Doku, right? And I'm telling you, let's say you have the opportunity to sign Florian Wirtz, ठीक है? And now you will say कि फ्लोरियन वर्ड्स, अगर कोई आपको बोलते भाई फ्लोरियन वर्ड्स के आते ही जूलियन एल्वारेस की पोजीशन तो गई, बिकॉज केडी भी खेलेगा, उसका फ्लोरियन वर्ड्स खेलेगा, उसका एल्वारेस का क्या होगा पता नहीं, एंड he'll disappear to बारसा. The thing is, at top clubs there is competition for places, ठीक है? At top clubs you have to compete for titles and everything. So all I'm saying is that in top clubs, things need to be competitive. In top clubs, you need world class players. Otherwise, you're not going to be top class. You can't keep overperforming with just great players or good players. You need world class players as well. Anyways, Daksh bhai, as we all say that injury to Villas, yeah, dekho, this SL Shadow, this is like true for every team. है ना? I wish we get Alvarez as Gabu. तो खैर, I think Liverpool वाला जो गेम था अगेंस्ट क्रिस्टल पैलेस, लेट मी जस्ट से credit to Liverpool again, Salah plus Harvey Elliott, what a goal. I will say this, and I think Nidhi and Manas ने भी अपने रिव्यू में यही बोला था, that first yellow for Jordan Ayew shouldn't have been a yellow. A little bit of dodgy refereeing is happening. There is, I think, there is a case of just the referees being the main headlines every week. ठीक है, आई डोंट नो इफ एनीवन सॉ दैट गेम. ट्विटर पे आपको इसका रिप्ले दिख जाएगा. लूटन वाला गेम नहीं, देयर इज सम अदर गेम व्हिच हैपेंड, आई थिंक इट वाज इन द चैंपियनशिप या कल प्रीमियर लीग में कहीं हुआ था, where a defender played a back pass to the keeper and keeper ने बॉल उठा ली and the referee did not blow at anything, right? So I will say that Liverpool right now are good at the top of the table. They will probably stay at top of the table for the next 3 to 4 weeks at least. And I will say that for Liverpool to do something special, they can. January will be super crucial because one, they have to sign the players, they have to get a DM for sure, a centre back maybe as well, because Thiago has completely disappeared, I will say. McAllister को injury हो गई है. Soposlai, I think he's a good player, a very good player, but I think he's still adapting to the Premier League. Klopp उसको हमेशा हर गेम में आई थिंक सब्सटीट्यूट कर रहे हैं, which I think is a little strange, but it is what it is, right? He's just getting acclimatized to the league. Endo, आप लोगों को पता है, sometimes he'll deliver amazing performances, other times you see him rash, he'll give the ball away. कल उसने बहुत बार बॉल गिव अवे की थी. एंड और कौन है आपका डीएम अभी सेंटरमिड को, और कौन खेल रहा है? मैकलिस्टर खेल रहा है, सोपोस्लाई खेल रहा है, ग्रेवनबर्च खेल रहा है. ग्रेवनबर्च को थोड़ा टाइम लगेगा मेरे हिसाब से, और एंडो है. दीज आर डिसेंट एनफ प्लेयर्स, बट यू नीड अ स्ट्रॉन्ग डीएम. आपको दिख रहा है रॉड्री मैन यूनाइटेड में कैसिमिरो नहीं है अभी, इंजर्ड है, तो एमराबाद कर रहा है. ठीक है, आर्सेनल के पास राइस है. यू नीड दैट स्ट्रॉन्ग डीएम मैन, एंड आई थिंक लिवरपूल को अगर वो सस्टेन करना है, प्लस यू ऑल्सो हैव AFCON कमिंग अप नाउ. लिवरपूल अगर वो FA कप गेम जीत जाती है आर्सेनल के अगेंस्ट, विल ऑल्सो प्ले अनदर राउंड ऑफ द FA कप इन जनवरी. बट 2 प्रीमियर लीग गेम्स होंगी सबकी टीम के पास इन जनवरी. उसमें वो साला के विदाउट कैसे कोप करते हैं, आई थिंक कर लेंगे. ट्रेंट, एंड आई थिंक ट्रेंट, डार्विन, वर्जिल and Alisson will be there to protect them properly. I think next summer Mbappe will join a big six side. It is really possible. People just make a joke about anything. I think कहाँ join करेगा मुझे तो नहीं पता. I think he'll probably still go to Madrid or he'll re-sign with PSG. I have very few hopes of him coming to the Premier League. If he does come, he will probably go to Chelsea. My hunch is this. He will probably go to Chelsea. He'll get a lot of money. It's London. It's a club with Champions League pedigree. They have money. अभी ही Dodgers ने एक, I think they've signed apparently the Mbappe of baseball for 700 million contract for over 10 years. So they have money. I think they can spend Mbappe. That being said, I still think he's going to go to Madrid or stay at PSG. अगर हम आर्सेनल को नेक्स्ट मैथ्यू कुछ साइनिंग करनी है, आई विल स्टिल से वी हैव टू गो फॉर अ वर्ल्ड क्लास स्ट्राइकर, एंड वर्ल्ड क्लास स्ट्राइकर्स आपको समझ पे ही मिलेंगे. सो नन ऑफ द व्लाहोविचेस, none of the, or I don't know, Boniface, Girassi, no. You go for Osimhen, you go for Mbappe. ठीक है? Yes, Shola होता है नहीं, उनका नाम है. Thank you so much, यार. Fabrizio. True to your name. Thanks for subscribing. So yeah, I think Liverpool are good. I think they were a little fortunate with Ayu sending off. I think वहाँ पे game change हो गया. I think Palace का goalkeeper भी injure हो गया. That was also additional bit of bad luck. But listen, they take they took their chances and they were good for it. But I have to give credit to Palace. Up until the red card, I don't think Liverpool had a shot on target. एंड ये आपको दिख रहा है कि पैलेस अवे फ्रॉम होम में कितना मुश्किल फिक्सचर है. राइट, नो, नॉट इवन ऑली वॉटकिंस. आई एम सॉरी, ऑली वॉटकिंस, इवन टोनी आर गुड इनफ अगर हमारे फर्स्ट टारगेट्स रिफ्यूज कर दें, कि ओसिमेन ने मना कर दिया. जैसे लिवरपूल ने काइसेडो एंड लाविया के लिए ट्राई किया था, ठीक है, नहीं आए, दोनों दोनों चेल्सी चले गए. अगर हम अम्बापे एंड ओसिमेन के लिए ट्राई करते हैं, एंड ट्राई करने में कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, नो बडी शुड स्टॉप अस, राइट. If we try for these players and if we are ready to pay the top money for these players and they still refuse to come, then you go for your Watkins, then you go for your Tonys, then you go for, I don't know, और कौन से अच्छे स्ट्राइकर्स है वर्ल्ड में. प्लीज डोंट से लेवेंडोस्की. सारे बारसा फैंस बोलते हैं लेवेंडोस्की ले लो. Mbappe will be the best, he can be the next Henry. आएगा या नहीं is the problem, and कितनी देर के लिए रहेगा या नहीं is the problem. होल क्रब इज ड्रामा, सो एम्बापे वोंट. देख, लेट्स सी. जूरियन टिम्बर के आने के बाद डिफेंस बहुत अच्छा होगा. जूरियन टिम्बर आने के बाद एंड टोमियासु आने के बाद, बताओ सबसे बेस्ट बात क्या होती है यार, अविरल? द बेस्ट थिंग इज that we get two versatile defenders who can play on every position. Right now, Zinchenko can only play left back. Ben can play center back and right back, but we have good center backs. उसके अलावा हमारे पास कोई राइट बैक नहीं, उसके अलावा कोई लेफ्ट बैक नहीं है. तो अभी हमें, जब तक टॉमियासु एंड टिम्बर नहीं आते, इस डिफेंस से काम चलाना पड़ेगा. दैट्स द प्रॉब्लम. किवियोर एक है, ही कैन प्ले सेंटर बैक और लेफ्ट बैक, बट वी आर सॉर्ट ऑफ ऑपरेटिंग बेयर बोन्स राइट नाउ यार. एनीवेज, होसेलू. अंशुल कह रहे प्लीज ले लो होसेलू बस. व्लाहोविच, apparently we have put an offer for Juventus for Vlahovic for 80 million. I don't think, Matthew, that is the kind of striker you should be going for right now. Matthew, if I have to give a recommendation, I think Santiago Jimenez should be the guy you're after. Again, these are right now these are strikers for a club who is in like either building a process or a little bit into their process, like a Chelsea or a Spurs. This is perfect for them. Even Man United, to be honest, they have Højlund. I would have loved Højlund at Arsenal, by the way. Okay? Is there a lag? I'm sorry, I don't know. Is there a lag? Yeah. Osimhen is the main target for Chelsea. Osimhen is also the main target for Arsenal also, mere bhai. And that's the thing, right? We have to compete for absolute top. And we have to, इसमें Madrid भी आएगी, इसमें Chelsea भी आएगी, Bayern भी आएगी, United भी आएगी, Liverpool भी आएगी, Arsenal भी आएगी. Liverpool नहीं आएगी, right? Okay. Anyways, so my point is that we have to compete for the top place. All right. Liverpool game done. I think Palace were a bit unlucky, but Liverpool took their chances. 4 players के basis पे अभी Liverpool are really pushing up the table. And जब Diaz, Jota, Nunes, Zoboslai, ये सब लोग on form आ जाएंगे वापस, I think they'll be really good. I think Robertson आने के बाद they will be much more stronger on that left-handed side. And of course, जैसे Madrid Pundits, friends of the channel, like the stream. If you haven't, and subscribe to Madrid Pundits. Great Madrid content they put out regularly. आई थिंक कल उन्होंने लाइव स्ट्रीम भी किया था बेटिस वाले गेम के साथ. ड्रॉ हुआ था. लेट्स टॉक अबाउट द मैड्रिड गेम, बिकॉज आई थिंक उसके बाद मैंने वही गेम थोड़ा बहुत देखा था. 0-0 था हाफ टाइम तक, इफ आई एम नॉट मिस्टेकन. एंड हाफ टाइम तक मैंने देखा था ये गेम. उसमें मेरा यही लग रहा था दैट अप फ्रंट कोई प्रेजेंस दिख नहीं रही थी मुझे. इट फेल्ट लाइक मैड्रिड वर कंट्रोलिंग. चलो बेटिस के भी थे एक दो चांसेस, बट आई थिंक मैड्रिड वाज कंट्रोलिंग. It was just they did not have any options up front. Rodrigo, Mere Chatterjee, has been in really good form. But I saw plenty of Madrid fans and Madrid pages saying that we need Joselu up front. Ten Hag needs to put his... हम United पे आएंगे. United पे भी बात करेंगे. We really need a defender as a first priority as soon as window starts and a striker afterwards. Fabrizio कह रहे हैं. All right. Fabrizio, आप चेल्सी के लिए बात कर रहे हो? ओके. मार्शियल ले लो हमसे. बिल्कुल. नो मैन, आई थिंक फॉर मैड्रिड, मैन अगेन आई हैव ओनली सीन इट टिल हाफ टाइम, बट अगर कोई मैड्रिड फैन है तो टेल मी अबाउट इट. बायर्न के बारे में भी बात करेंगे. बायर्न का यार, ये तो देखो, चलो शिव जल्दी से बायर्न के बता देता हूँ मैं. ये एनुअल बायर्न गेम है जहाँ पे वो हार जाती है, ठीक है. कभी वो हॉफेनहाइम से आ जाती है, कभी वो किसी और से हार जाती है, बट देन दे एंड अप विनिंग द टाइटल. सो दिस इज जस्ट दिस एनुअल. एनुअल थिंग. आर्सेनल, आर्सेनल के लिए यार Fabrizio मैं कह रहा हूँ कि डिफेंडर and midfielder is what we're going to sign. I think strikers पे we will see. Unless we sell Eddie Nketiah and Aaron Ramsdale in January. जो मेरे को लगा एक sneaky feeling, some of our best players are going, some of our favorite players are going to be sold, not best. Then we will sign a striker and then we might get somebody. Let's see. मुझे लगता है दो Tony will go to Chelsea. And I think if Tony goes to Chelsea and Jackson already है and Broja already है and Nkunku already है, then they will automatically pull out of the Osimhen race. And in that case, we should push really hard for Osimhen to come to the Premier League. Because I don't think Chelsea के अलावा या तो किसी और टीम को नीड नहीं है या उनके पास पैसे नहीं है. Only Man United can be a real competitors in that sense. And right now अगर Man United का project attractive नहीं लगेगा, um, especially if they finish out of Europe and they don't make the Champions League, then Osimhen will choose Arsenal. Bayern Tuchel is out. I still think they're favorites for the Champions League. यार देखो, ये गेम आपको फ्लिक के साथ भी मिली हुई है, आपको हिंकीस के साथ भी मिली हुई है, आपको नागलसमैन के साथ भी मिली हुई है. It's fine. Bayern will be okay. But yeah, I think we should sell him in England. I think Newcastle need a keeper. Pope injured है 4-5 महीने के लिए, so they definitely need a keeper. I think Chelsea need a keeper, but I don't think they will go for him. I think बाकी और कौन सी टीम को कीपर चाहिए हो सकता है. I think Wolves need a keeper, but they have very little money. And if we sell him to Wolves, then we should get a winger from them, like Pedro Neto. Osimhen renewing at Napoli till 2027, bro. AV, I don't think, देख जैसे तो Palinia ने भी कर दिया, but I'm pretty sure Palinia will move. But AV, my initial thing is that even if he renews, I don't think it's going to be a renewal for not for sale kind of thing. I think the renewal will be to increase his value, maximize his value, because right now, if you see Napoli, they're not playing the best football. And usually what happens is one, agar Napoli ab ek Scudetto jeet chuki hai, now they'll go back into the rebuild mode. And they will cash on these Osimhen sort of assets for 150 million. Kvaratskhelia ko cashing kar denge for like 40-50 million. And they'll start getting these new breed of players जिसके अराउंड वो फिर से बिल्ड करेंगे. So they'll pick up a talent or two from another Serie A side. They'll pick up a talent or two from La Liga or Portugal or someplace else. ठीक है, जैसे they do these things very regularly. हाँ, हर्विंग लजानो को उन्होंने बेच दिया था, आई थिंक इफ आई एम नॉट मिस्टेकन एट अ पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम. अभी बेच दिया उन्होंने हर्विंग लजानो को. And they would get like players like Zambo Anguissa, Lobotka and all these things. Very, very lesser known names, but players जिनके आराम से टीम्स कर लेती है. I'll happily take another 70 million from United and give them loan at this point. Quara is 60 million. Yeah, of course. Quara is 60 million, but who will pay 60 million for Quara is the question. Anyways, so Madrid fans, tell me what happened. I think मैंने half time तक देखा था. Half time तक my reading was there was not enough presence आगे चल के. Lotaro is not staying. Lotaro is staying at Inter, sorry. So what happened in the second half of the game? I think Jude ka goal aa gaya tha. It was almost inevitable that he will have an impact on the game through scoring or assisting. But what happened in that second half? क्योंकि मैंने second half बिल्कुल भी नहीं देखा. So I need your thing. What are your opinions? And this year next day review stream is not about me. क्योंकि मैं तो एक watch along भी कर चुका हूँ, एक review video भी बना चुका हूँ. I want you guys to get involved and tell me what went wrong with your teams and everything. They wanted it more than us, so you felt that they were competing a little more. All right. I think Ancelotti ने कहा था that some players are going to return in Jan. I think Vinicius is back in Jan. I think Kamavinga is back in Jan. तो ये सब आने के बाद मेरे हिसाब से काफ़ी ज़्यादा बेटर हो जाएगी Madrid as well. हाँ, आई नो अविरल, मेरी भी यही फीलिंग थी, बट आई थिंक इसके भी ना थोड़े से एक्सटेन्यूएटिंग सर्कमस्टांसेस होते हैं. इसको ने औकात दिखा दी. एक फनी क्लिप मैंने देखा था जब इसको बॉल के लिए जा रहा था और रूडिगर ने उसको पकड़ के उठा दिया था. That's very crazy, man. Chouameni should be back. I think that will be huge, man. Madrid are often second best in stuff in the second half, but also to do with a lot of game time for similar players that they're massively hit by injuries. I agree. इसलिए मैं कह रहा था, इसलिए मैं injuries वाली बात पे आ रहा था. Talk about City's UCL chances, Nitin. इसके बाद चलो, for me, Nitin, for you, I'll tell you this. I think City are the outright favorites. If I have to bet money right now on a team to win the Champions League, I will do it on Manchester City. Why? Because when everyone is fit, they have a profile in every position. Second, last year Champions League जीतने के बाद they have एक मेंटल जूजू नहीं होता. जैसे मेरे हिसाब से जिस दिन स्पर्स एक टाइटल जीत गया ना अपना, they will start winning titles regularly, because right now it's a mental juju for them that, Spursy, bottle करने हैं, ये सब वो सब ये सब. Is the same thing with Arsenal. I think the day Arsenal win a Premier League, we will start competing for the Premier League much more regularly than we are. Right now, it feels like Arsenal now are swimming against the current. So I think City winning the Champions League last year, mentally उनको काफी सारा जूजू हट गया उनका. Now, I think the fact आपको यही दिख जाएगा नितिन, if you interact with other City fans on, let's say, Pranay's channel, or on, like I have a few City fans like Mayank है. सिटी फैंस के अंदर इतना कॉन्फिडेंस है दैट दे विल से ब्रिंग मी मैड्रिड और ब्रिंग मी बार्सा और ब्रिंग मी बायर्न, ये लाओ, बिकॉज दे नो देयर टीम इज सो गुड, योर टीम इज सो गुड. सो यू हैव टू वेरी गुड स्ट्राइकर्स इन हालैंड एंड अल्वारेज. जब केडीबी वापस आएगा, यू विल हैव गुड मिडफील्ड ऑप्शंस. यू हैव, आई विल से, probably, since David Silva, a great magician in your team in Bernardo Silva as well. ठीक है, आपका डिफेंस स्ट्रांग हो रहा है, स्टोन्स वापस आ गया है. आई थिंक यू हैव ग्वार्डियोल हु विल बी वन ऑफ द बेस्ट डिफेंडर्स इन द फ्यूचर. आई थिंक अकांजी एक अंडररेटेड साइनिंग है, आके है. एडिसन है, उसके बाद ऑर्टेगा है, तो दो क्वालिटी कीपर्स भी हैं. आई थिंक डोकू के आने से आपके पास एक नया एलिमेंट ऑफ अटैक आ गया. द ओनली प्रॉब्लम आई फाइंड राइट नाउ इज रॉड्री के बाद कोई है नहीं, बट रॉड्री इज रॉड्री, एंड कोई होना भी नहीं चाहिए, in the sense that your Matthias Nunes and your Kovacic right now are not really contributing to the midfield. जैसे I think Gundogan करता था, for example, right? Um, and I feel यहीं पे थोड़ा सा difference आ गया नितिन. You're not, I will not say you are at last year's level, but that level is like, अगर आप 20 on 20 थे last season, this season you're like 18.5, 19 on 20. तो मेरे हिसाब से यू आर आउटराइट फेवरेट्स. आई थिंक आपको नॉकआउट राउंड्स में कोई भी टीम मिल जाएगी, आप फेवरेट्स रहेंगे. आपको सेमीज तक कोई भी टीम मिल जाएगी, आप फेवरेट्स रहेंगे. फाइनल तो यार कुछ भी हो सकता है, इट्स अ सिंगल लेगड गेम. As an honest United fan, I will happily take Richarlison from Tottenham, Brazil, number one ST and best player, so beg him, everyone to sign him. Yes, bhai. Missing best DM, Chouameni, Newcastle for the UCL. Na. Right? अबे मैं रैशफोर्ड ले ले, इंग्लैंड स्टार्टर है और सॉन दे दे. तुम लोग यही करते रहो यार. दिस इज व्हाट आई लाइक अबाउट माय चैट. ओके, देयर इज दिस ऑलवेज दिस कांस्टेंट पेडलिंग एंड मार्केटिंग ऑफ हैपनिंग ऑफ एवरी प्लेयर. हाँ, बारसा फैंस आते हैं, लेवेंडोस्की ले लो दक्ष भाई, रफीनिया फॉर यू दक्ष भाई, ओनली 120 मिलियन. मैड्रिड फैंस कहते हैं होसिलू ले लो प्लीज, ब्रहीम ले लो प्लीज, फिर ऑफ कोर्स रैशफोर्ड ले लो, रिचार्लिसन ले लो. आई थिंक रियल के साथ डिफिकल्ट होगा. ऑफ कोर्स यार देखो, just because a team is the favorite does not mean they'll guarantee to win. City were favorites in the last 4 games also, right? They did not win any of them. So I think today they should win. Favorites होना मेरे हिसाब से right now on paper in this moment they just have a better squad, a much more balanced squad. ठीक है, अगर सिटी वर्सेस मैड्रिड हो जाता है सेमीफाइनल्स में, इट विल बी दी सेमीफाइनल टू वॉच आउट, बिकॉज एक में पेडिग्री है, दूसरे में स्क्वाड है. एंड देखो दोनों लेजेंडरी मैनेजर्स हैं, एंचेलोटी एंड पेप, तो हो तो कुछ भी सकता है, राइट? दैट्स ऑल आई एम सेइंग. नहीं बस जोसिलू ले लो, अच्छा ठीक है, थियागो ले लो, हाँ बस यही सब बच गया बॉयज, यही सब बच गया. मैड्रिड पंडित्स ने कहा था, मैंने कमेंट स्टार्ट किया था, मिस कर दिया, दैट द आइकन्स आर वेरी नाइस यार. आई थिंक अगर आपका भी एडिटर मैड्रिड पंडित्स कुछ है तो यू कैन आस्क हिम टू मेक सम आइकन्स फॉर यू एज वेल. मैंने तो क्लासिक आर्सेनल जर्सीज की आइकन्स बनाए हुए हैं, यू कैन आस्क हिम टू डू इट फॉर मैड्रिड जर्सीज एज वेल. गुरप्रीत says if City win today 4 points behind top. यार देखो दिस बिहाइंड वाला सीन ना, आई एम टेलिंग यू इट्स वेरी डाइसी. ठीक है, मैंने तो मजाक मजाक में ट्वीट कर दिया था यूनाइटेड आर 3 points behind मैनचेस्टर सिटी, एंड दैट फ्लू ऑफ, एंड देन यू सी देम अगेंस्ट बोर्नमथ, तो आपने देख लिया क्या हो गया. क्वारा का प्राइस क्या लगता है यार? इट विल बी 45 to 60 मिलियन मेरे हिसाब से. Take Ceballos, man. I miss Ceballos. Anyways, boys. So, yeah, Madrid says that injuries ridden है, DM अच्छा नहीं है, Betis wanted it more, इसको ने औकात दिखा दी. तो yeah, there's a plenty of reasons where I think Betis ने अच्छा compete किया. They're still top of the table. अगर आज जिरोना जीती है बारसा के against, तो जिरोना go top of the table again. And if Barca win, then what happens? यार एक बार मेरे को FOTMAP check करने दो. If Barca wins, I think Madrid still stay on top, right? But Madrid fans, last thing, take Martial from us and take 30 million from us also. भाई it is crazy, Mohak. भाई Mohak, मैंने सुना that Martial, Lindelof, Van Bissaka are being thought to be given contract extensions. मैं सुन के मेरे को लगा ये तो कोई पैरोडी अकाउंट होगा. ठीक है, जीबीसी चल रही है. ऑलराइट. हाँ, so if Barca wins today, then do they go top? No, they stay third only. Or they stay third, Girona stay second, United stay first. All right. Madrid fans, last question before we move on to Manchester United. मोहक भी आ ही गया है, तो इसी ओकेजन पे हम मैन यूनाइटेड पे भी चलते हैं. Who do you want to win today, Girona or Barca? I know ideal तो result draw ही होगा, but who do you want to win? Should Girona win because you get to laugh at Barca again? Or do Barca win, your fiercest rivals, but you stay top? Or what is it? You want Barca to win? Oh damn. ड्रॉ तो सबको पता है यार. ड्रॉ इज द इजीएस्ट, इसलिए मैंने नहीं कहा. इसलिए मैंने पूछा which team do you want to win. ड्रॉ तो सब चाहते हैं यार, ऑफ कोर्स. अगर अगर हम फर्स्ट पे होते और लिवरपूल सिटी का मैच होता तो मैं तो खुश था कि ड्रॉ हो गया दोनों का. एनीवेज, मैं आलोक भाई 69 द स्पर्स फैंस टुडे. हाँ भाई. Thanks again for the contribution, Matthew, yeah, and of course for the membership you gifted. No, no, no. You can't say draw. You tell me who you win. Don't say draw. Girona win. Girona only. Girona only. Why, bhai? Vizquel Barca by Barca. Hi, bhai. Please, uska hai. He's gotten a nice sponsorship from Baller Store. Check कर लीजिए भाई. 1MUFC पे 1MUFC 10 कोड कर लीजिए. He's been wearing this Forza Barca shirt. I have seen Mohak wearing it all the time in his streams. So yeah, please check this out यार. And of course यार, मैंने एक बहुत सुंदर डिजाइन देखा है 1MFC स्टोर पे यार, गर्नाचो वाला. बहुत सुंदर डिजाइन है यार. मैं नहीं लगा सकता पीछे, as very obvious why I can't put it behind me, but yeah. Girona win बस. All right. Us against the world, दक्ष भाई. भाई हम हैं ही हैं ऐसे, कोई बात नहीं. Anyways, let's get to भाई the game. Now, how do you even analyze Manchester United is the biggest question, right? On one hand, like 2 weeks ago, it was the most informed team in the league. Onana had the most clean sheets. Then they ended up winning 3 manager of the Premier League month awards उन्होंने जीत लिए थे. Manager of the month, player of the month, goal of the month. चलो goal of the month तो deserve करता है 100%. I think Maguire was one of the best. I was a little shocked कि Ten Hag को मिला, but if you look at the justification that he won without conceding a goal, on that basis, fair enough. I will say fair enough. प्रॉब्लम यार, आई डोंट थिंक सो. ये वाला बंदा प्रॉब्लम है, ये वाली बंदी प्रॉब्लम है, ये मैनेजर प्रॉब्लम है. इसको एनालाइज करते रहेंगे तो यार हम सर्कल्स में घूमते रहेंगे. Rashford is not elite wing forward due to poor tracking back or a 9, but as a free roaming left-sided attacker with no defensive response, his ego can be put to good use. The thing is यार, as a बिल्कुल आपने अगर ऐसे देख लो, आपका कमेंट बिल्कुल मेक सेंस, बट दैट इज नॉट द स्ट्रक्चर एट मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड, एंड दैट इज नॉट हाउ अ टॉप टीम ऑपरेट्स, टू बी ऑनेस्ट. राइट? या तो आप ऐसे करो कि आप 9 लोग डिफेंस पे लगा दो और एक, जैसे अंबापे नहीं है, अंबापे आगे घूमता रहता है, हार्डली ट्रैक्स बैक, बट यू हैव लिटरली एवरीवन एल्स ट्रैकिंग बैक एंड डिफेंडिंग एंड एवरीथिंग, मेकिंग श्योर दैट अंबापे एंड एक पॉइंट पे नेमार एंड मेसी वर जस्ट द वंस फॉरवर्ड, बाकी 9 के 9 सिर्फ डिफेंस पे लगो. And that's not sustainable, man, especially not in the Premier League. If you look at, okay, let's look at two statements. जब चेल्सी के अगेंस्ट जीती थी तो टेन हाग ने क्या कहा था? You have to take advantage of the fact that Chelsea do not like to defend. And same बोर्नमथ के बाद एंडोनी इराओला ने भी कहा था that you have to pay attention to the fact that Manchester United leaves spaces at the back, right? Scott McTominay goal मारता है, could have scored yesterday also. The problem becomes that when he becomes one of your primary threats in the box ना, आप पीछे आपके कौन है आपको वो नहीं पता. And I don't think United के पास right now have the squad. And it's so crazy to say that because every season I feel we go into this deja vu mode where we say United are 3-4 players away from being a top team. And it feels like हम हर season यही बात बोलते हैं. 3 player आ जाए, United will be back. 4 player आ जाए, United will be back. And they get 3-4 players. Maybe not the ones they want. Like they've always wanted Frankie, they don't get it. But I think McTominay being in the box leaves Amrabat a little too exposed, leaves Casemiro a little too exposed. मैं अभी भी ये कह रहा हूँ, लूक शॉ के आने के बाद जो लेफ्ट साइड उनका ट्रांसफॉर्म हुआ है, आप देखना उनका डिफेंस कैसे ट्रांसफॉर्म होगा जब लिजांड्रो मार्टिनेज वापस आता है। ठीक है? हम सब लोग कहते हैं, अभी मैड्रिड फैन्स कह रहे थे, डीएम नहीं है, इंजरीज है। हम कह रहे हैं, इंजरीज की वजह से ये होता है। सिटी फैन्स कह रहे हैं, रॉड्री केडीबी नहीं है तो ये होता है। स्पर्स फैन कह रहे हैं, न्यूकासल फैन्स कह रहे हैं, चेल्सी फैन्स कह रहे हैं, एवरीवन इज हार्पिंग अबाउट इंजरीज बिकॉज इंजरीज आर देयर। एंड इट्स द सेम फॉर मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड दैट लिजांड्रो मार्टिनेज एंड लूक शॉ नहीं थे, उनका डिफेंस इतना शेकी था। लूक शॉ के आने के बाद हु कैन प्ले बोथ लेफ्ट सेंटर बैक एंड लेफ्ट बैक, लेफ्ट साइड मेरे हिसाब से पूरा ट्रांसफॉर्म हो गया। गर्नाचो इज ऑपरेटिंग एट एन एलीट लेवल। ठीक है? नाउ प्रॉब्लम कहां पे आती है मेरे हिसाब से मैन यूनाइटेड की, जैसे मोहक ने अपने रिव्यू में कहा था, देर इज प्रॉबेबली एन ईगो इशू राइट नाउ, एंड दिस इज गोइंग टू बी हिज मेक और ब्रेक। ये मोमेंट मेरे को याद है आर्टेटा की रेन पे भी आया था, जब हमने ओजिल एंड ओबामियांग एंड गेंडुजी एंड इन सबको निकाल दिया था। बहुत सारे लोग कह रहे थे बंदे के पास ईगो है, ही कैन नॉट हैंडल बिग प्लेयर्स, ही जस्ट वांट्स यंग प्लेयर्स जिनको ये इन्फ्लुएंस कर सके। एंड टू बी ऑनेस्ट, इफ वी हैड स्टार्टेड कंटिन्यूसली लूजिंग एंड नॉट कमिंग एट टॉप, या फिर हमारी प्रोग्रेस ऊपर नहीं होती रहती पोस्ट सेलिंग ओबामियांग एंड पोस्ट सेलिंग ओजिल एंड पोस्ट सेलिंग गेंडुजी जैसे टैलेंट्स, I will say that Arteta would have also been sacked. And dekho, managers live and die with decisions like this, you know. There is no right or wrong decisions. Everything is a gamble. Jab Ronaldo left United, Cristiano Ronaldo left United, and they won the Carabao Cup, I don't think there was any sounding of ETH के अंदर ego है, उसने Ronaldo को निकाल दिया. Of course. But when ETH started losing, that thing became an ego thing. Similarly, अगर वरान को या सांचो को निकालने के बाद, if United were right now where Aston Villa are, I don't think anybody would be criticizing Ten Hag for ousting Sancho or ousting Varane. They will say he's a strong-minded manager. He's a great man manager. उसने देख लिया कि मेरे को ये influences नहीं चाहिए. He is doing exactly what the fans have wanted. कि जो lazy, overpaid players हैं उनको निकालो या उनको chastise करो, whatever it is. So all I'm saying is that, guys, everything is a gamble, and Ten Hag has taken a gamble कि वो वरान को नहीं खिला रहा है because of whatever reason, फलाना ढमकाना reason. ठीक है? I will still say that क्या कह रहे AV, massive difference. There is some semblance of style of play and patterns being included in Arsenal का game, and it was clear that personnel issue था. यहाँ तो है ही नहीं कुछ. I do you guys really think a team with no style of play can win a Carabao Cup, can finish third in one of the toughest leagues in the world? गिरते पड़ते आए, लड़खड़ाते वगड़ते आए, बाकी टीम्स वीक थी, कुछ भी हुआ, थर्ड? I don't think so. I think last season there were plenty of teams with the style of play, but I don't think they finished as high as Man United. And let's not forget, last season they did it with Wout Weghorst in attack. Rashford played out of his skin 100%. But मैं यही कह रहा हूँ यार, I do not buy this criticism that Man United does not have a style of play. ये मेरे हिसाब से एक बहुत ओवर सिंप्लीफाइड आर्ग्यूमेंट है. I think he has a style of play. He implements it. It's just not sustainable over 90 minutes. ठीक है? Daksh just wants Ten Hag in so that he can laugh at Man United. I criticize Ten Hag when it's required. I will tell you this for criticism for Ten Hag. I think I think his talent ID is very questionable. I think he has not been provided the only जिसको एक कहते हैं ना mitigating circumstance. The only mitigating circumstances for Ten Hag is, मैं कहता हूँ टेन हाग एक अमेजिंग कोच है, ही इज नॉट अ गुड मैनेजर, और मैं इसको बहुत बार दोहरा चुका हूँ. कुछ लोग अच्छी कोचिंग करते हैं, अच्छी टीम सेटअप कर सकते हैं, बट उनको आप मीडिया की चीजें बोलो, उनको बोलो कि हमें ये प्लेयर चाहिए, रिक्रूट करो, उनको प्लेयर मैनेजमेंट का रोल दो. सम कोचेस आर नॉट गुड एट दैट स्टफ. एमरी इज नॉट गुड एट दैट स्टफ. दैट्स व्हाई ही हैज मॉन्ची या फिर एलिमनी या जो भी हुएवर ही हैज एट एस्टन विला. ठीक है? Mourinho only is interested in coaching. That is why he just kept saying मुझे ये प्लेयर, मेरे को एक ऐसा प्लेयर लाके दो, मिस्टर इब्राहिमोविच. वो मरीना गोर्नसो जो भी उसका नाम था, मरीना यूज्ड टू गेट दैट प्लेयर, एंड दैट इज ऑल. Mourinho used to coach on the pitch, right? Klopp, Pep, Ange, in the future maybe Arteta, these guys are interested in building the entire club. Ten Hag is not interested in building the entire club, right? Um, Ten Hag is only interested in coaching, which is why he succeeded जब Overmars और Van der Sar उसके पीछे थे Ajax पे, ठीक है? But his talent, when it's completely up to him, he thinks that he is getting the player. Malacia, I think, is injured. I haven't seen him in a long time. Um, Mount, I think, ठीक है यार, it is what it is. Hoyland, I think, is an amazing signing. In the next 3 years, you will see Hoyland is an amazing signing. I would have loved Hoyland at Arsenal. कासे, देखो, आई थिंक दैट वाज अ मैन यूनाइटेड पैनिक साइनिंग, ठीक है? वहां पे बहुत आप लोग 2-3 गेम हार गए थे स्टार्ट ऑफ द सीजन पे, फिर आपने डिसाइड किया आप कैसेमीरो ले आएंगे. वरान, who was your defender before Varane? It would have been Lindelof, Maguire. I don't know if it was Eric Bailly at that point of time, Phil Jones at that point of time. इनके अलावा you needed Varane. Licha is an amazing signing. Onana, jury's out. But I think he will be a decent signing. Malasia ka pata nahi. Amrabat is, I don't know, man. Almost an 11 with the coaches signing, yet none of them work in tandem. I still think it is a little bit uber thabar. My criticism for Ten Hag though, for yesterday's game, all right. I have seen Kobe Maino have an amazing game for Manchester United versus Everton. वो 3-0 गेम जीते थे. वो बंदा ने कुछ खास करा नहीं था. He just moved the ball. He did the defensive action, stopped the goal line clearance करी थी. ठीक है? My thing is, where is Kobe Maino? And why hasn't Kobe Maino featured? Is he injured? Because I'm curious about why Kobe Maino is not being seen in Manchester United. The second thing I'm asking is Hannibal Majabri. I think ठीक है, you might say he's a little green and falana dhamkana, he's not ready for it. Where is Hannibal Majabri also? Is Amrabat, I मतलब, Scott McTominay gives you attacking threat. Scott McTominay is decent. मुझे I मतलब मेरे को बोलते बोलते थोड़ा अजीब लग रहा है, बट नहीं, मैं नहीं बोल रहा. आई वाज गोना से ही इज द काइंड ऑफ प्लेयर दैट आर्सेनल एक्चुअली नीड, बट नो. When Ronaldo was saying the truth about these boards, these the same thing happening for the last 10 years, sacking managers every 10 years. True, man. Arsenal signing Tony, no, I think he's going to go to Chelsea. Um, Same with Poch. He's slightly interested in transfer. He has influence, but the board and management overpowers him. ETH is the best manager, so he should stop. I feel Onana signing was a disaster for the style of play. No, for the style of play. You need ball playing defenders before ball playing GK. Without that, it'll be a disaster. Lone Wolf, my only thing with that comment is Lisandro Martinez is a brilliant ball playing defender. Okay? Rafa Varane, maybe not the best, but he's capable of it. Right? And I think Lisandro Martinez है नहीं. Luke Shaw कभी कभी fit हो जाते. Luke Shaw can be a ball playing center back, but है नहीं अभी है मेरे हिसाब से. एंड ये अकमल, ये ना आर्टेटा के साथ भी हुआ था. जब आर्टेटा ने फर्स्ट सीजन करा था ना, हमारे प्लेयर्स उसका प्ले ऑफ स्टाइल जो आप अब रेगुलरली कंट्रोल एंड डोमिनेशन देखते हो, कुड ओनली डू इट फॉर वन हाफ हम करते थे और सारे लोग थक जाते थे. मतलब हमारे पास डिफेंस में गैब्रियल सलीबा की जगह डेविड लुइस और सोक्राटिस होते थे. आप सोचो, हैं? अब आप सोचो, डेविड लुइस एंड सोक्राटिस, कैन दे डू व्हाट गैब्रियल एंड सलीबा डू? नो, दे कांट. ऑफ कोर्स David Luiz can defend the channel. Socrates can head the ball. He is physically imposing Falana Dhamkana. But these guys could only do it for 45 minutes. And with Ten Hag, when Lisandro comes back, when Mount settles, and I think Garnacho and Hoyland will carry this team. Okay? Yeah. 3 seasons to rebuild. Yes, exactly my point, right? So in this 3 seasons, जैसे Tiger Beast कह रहे हैं, we had to clear out the existing players. Then we made some falana dhamkana stupid signings also. It's not that Arteta's talent ID is 100% hit also, right? Sambi Lokonga, Willian, Nuno Tavares, हमने भी तो बेकार players sign किए हैं. And some of them did not work out. It's just कि हमने academy के जो साका थे, मार्टिनेली थे, स्मिथरो थे, चलो मार्टिनेली हमने भी लिया था बाहर से. But these guys were the ones who were carrying it enough. फिर we ended up signing some really good players in Ben White, ठीक है, in Aaron, जो एक stability देने लगे. Gabriel Magalhaes stability देने लग गए. Pepe I think was an Emery time signing, and I don't think he was as bad as people remember him. We just had high expectations from him because post Wenger हम सोच रहे थे चलो मैनेजर चेंज हो गया, Emery should do something, he's a Europa League specialist, को जीतेंगे. पेपे बस बड़ा इनकंसिस्टेंट था, दैट वाज द ओनली इशू. खैर, थॉमस लिया था हमने, सलीबा लिया था हमने, राइट? सो फॉर मी, आई थिंक hit and miss signings are a part and parcel of the game. It is just some of your signings should really work out. And I think Lisandro Martinez will work out. I think Garnacho will work out. I think Hoyland will work out. I think these three players will definitely work out. Iske beyond, can Anthony work out? It is there to be seen. Will Mount work out? It is there to be seen. These things take time. Just like for me, I am still not saying कि Fabio Vieira को बेच दो. I think Fabio Vieira के अंदर एक बहुत अच्छा प्लेयर छुपा हुआ है जो थोड़ा टाइम लेगा आने में. अभी वो थोड़ा सा कंसिस्टेंट हो रहा था. He's gotten injured again. Right? Same thing with Tomiyasu. A signing we got for 20 million. And he's so crucial for us now. So crucial for us. But again, gets injured again. As a United fan, should United sack ETH? I'm not in favor of sacking ETH. Just asking. Um, I think if you sack ETH, there are two things that will happen. One, I think immediately your style of play will change and you might get a little better. ठीक है, एक वो होता है जो नाइट्रस बूस्ट आपको मिल जाएगा इस सीजन में. आप एक थोड़े कोहिसिव स्टाइल के साथ खेलेंगे, आप डिफेंड थोड़ा बेटर कर पाएंगे, एंड प्लेयर्स विल बी अ लिटिल मोर ऑन बोर्ड. ओके, आई विल से. आई थिंक राइट नाउ प्लेयर्स आर अ लिटिल डिसइल्यूशन्ड. तो प्रोसेस की सबसे बड़ी बात क्या होती है बॉयज? यू कैन कीप शाउटिंग ट्रस्ट द प्रोसेस, ठीक है, बट जब तक आपको रिजल्ट नहीं मिलेगा ना, वो कोई प्रोसेस ट्रस्ट नहीं करेगा. आर्टेटा का सबसे डिफिकल्ट पीरियड था इन सेकंड सीजन. हम पहली 3 गेम हार गए थे, हम बॉटम ऑफ द टेबल थे एंड स्पर्स फर्स्ट पे थी. चलो धीरे धीरे करके हमने क्लाइम किया एंड देन वी फिनिश्ड फिफ्थ इवेंचुअली. बट इट टुक अ लॉट फॉर हिम टू कन्विंस द प्लेयर्स. आप देखो, मैं आपको दो चीजें बताता हूँ, ठीक है? इफ यू वॉच ऑल और नथिंग, समटाइम्स बिफोर द मैच ही विल गिव दिस स्पीच जो बड़ा इंस्पायरिंग लगता है. जैसे एक नॉर्थ लंडन डाबी से पहले ही गॉट द क्लब फोटोग्राफर टू गिव अ स्पीच इन द ड्रेसिंग रूम. इट मोटिवेटेड द प्लेयर्स, वी वन दैट गेम, एवरीथिंग इज गुड. एट द सेम टाइम ही विल ट्राई समथिंग लाइक ट्रेनिंग ग्राउंड पे यू नेवर वॉक अलोन स्पीकर्स पे बजा दिया टू गिव द एटमोसफेयर का फील. 4-0 हार गए, bus it turns out like a stupid gimmick. And that's the same thing with managers can have the nicest ideas about football. Managers can spouse any sort of philosophy in the world they want, but अगर आप रिजल्ट नहीं लाओगे ना, आप you sound like a grifter. एक ढोंगी बाबा की तरह आप साउंड करोगे, ठीक है? So Arteta can give the best speeches rehearsed from Harvard Business School, the best leadership courses से learned speeches and words and everything and motivational talks, but if he's not winning, he's not getting anything. The reason the players trust Arteta, the reason some fans trust Arteta is because constantly improvement हुआ. Last season हम title के पास थे, इस season हम फिर से वापस आ गए हैं, ठीक है? And it's going to be the same with Pochettino. It's going to be the same with Ten Hag. टेन हाग ने गैम्बल लिए हैं, वरान एंड रोनाल्डो एंड जो भी प्लेयर्स के साथ गैम्बल लिए हैं, सांचो, ठीक है? पॉच भी कुछ भी कह सकता है, स्टार्ट ऑफ द सीजन कह सकता है कि अ क्लब लाइक चेल्सी शुड ऑलवेज बी इन द टाइटल, वी शुड डू दिस, प्रोसेस टेक्स टाइम, व्हाटएवर. बट अगर आप रिजल्ट नहीं लाओगे तो चेल्सी के फैंस भी आप पे टर्न करेंगे, प्लेयर्स भी डिसइल्यूजन हो जाएंगे. सेम गोइंग टू बी फॉर टेन हाग एज वेल, राइट? सो फॉर मी, if you sack Eric Ten Hag, you will get like a nitrous boost. Your season will be a little better, but in the long term, you will start this process again. You might not, आपका your manager will say कि देखो, I want to build this team around Garnacho and Hoyland, but I don't want Amrabat, तो उसको निकालो. I want Luke Shaw sold because he's not really the kind of player I really want. I don't want Andre Onana. Mason Mount, I will try to make it work and everything. And it's just not going to work out, right? So I think then you have to be mentally ready for, again, being, is your gain going to be massive is the question. अगर आपको मैनेजर तब दो कारण से मेरे हिसाब से सैक करना चाहिए, जब आप बहुत ही ज्यादा अंडर परफॉर्म कर रहे हो. जैसे मेरे हिसाब से अगर चेल्सी अभी 16th पे होती, दे शुड सैक पॉच, बिकॉज ब्रो दिस इज ग्रोस अंडर परफॉर्मेंस, राइट? एंड फिर आपका नाइट्रस बूस्ट से आके आप स्टेबलाइज कर लो सीजन. यूनाइटेड अभी आई थिंक 5th पे है, इफ आई एम नॉट मिस्टेकन, राइट? यूनाइटेड 6th right now. If Newcastle win today, they'll be 7th. Brighton to हार गई तो that game is over. So the least United can go is 7th. Now, do you think sacking a manager will get you to 3rd or 4th? That is the question. And वो कौन सा manager है? That is the whole thing, right? Let's say अभी जैसे 11 goals की says Ole. Let's say Ole also comes back. Is it 100% guarantee that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer can upset one of Villa Spurs, Chelsea, Liverpool, sorry, not Chelsea, Liverpool or Arsenal to take a top four spot from them. Can do you guarantee that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer can do it? I think Ole can maybe improve the mood around the club a little more. ठीक है अगर ओले वापस आता है आई एम जस्ट सेइंग राइट यू कैन डू दैट फॉर अ लिटिल बिट बट इन द लॉन्ग टर्म कैन यू परमानेंटली अनसीट वन ऑफ एंज की स्पर्स जो मेरे हिसाब से बहुत अच्छा प्रोजेक्ट है आर्सेनल अंडर आर्टेटा जो आई थिंक विल compete for the next year or two at least next year or two लिवरपूल who look to be back मैन सिटी who are perennial contenders आप इन चार में से एक टीम को हरा सकते हो every year. Do you think you will have a manager if you sack ETH? I am not too sure. You will have to get a world class manager like Ancelotti की caliber का मेरे हिसाब से. That is the only thing. If Ancelotti says I will come to Manchester United, yes, go for it. Flick, maybe, but again he's very untested, right? That's right. As CFC, we have competed and clinched draws and victories against big teams. It shows tactics work. Players are quality, but mentality and consistency has to improve with time. Fair enough. Very good point, Tiger Beast. Diego Simeone, very interesting choice. But if you get Diego Simeone AV, I am telling you, maybe apart from some players, I will say maybe 5, 6 players, everyone will have to be replaced. Everyone will have to be replaced. You don't need ball playing centre backs as much as you need solid defenders. Solid defenders, right? Conte, you will need a system for a back three. Do you have players for a back three? मैं कहता हूँ Maguire खेलेगा back three में. He's used to playing a back three. Maybe Lindelof can play and Varane can play as a back three. Who are your wing backs who can maraud up and down? I don't think you have any. Um, and देखो Conte gives you that 2 season का ecstasy and then it's back to destruction bhai. So yeah. Scaloni, come on man. Do you think Scaloni can upset one of Ange, Arteta, Klopp or Pep? If you think, fair enough. I do not think so. I think he's a great manager to get Argentina that World Cup. He got the best out of those players. I just don't think United have the personnel for Scaloni to repeat what he has. Okay? If you are cheated so much after loyalty, what to do? Bhai, I hope this is about football, man. Look, eventually, no matter what you want, the board will be the one to take that decision. Hansi Flick is, I think, the closest you can get. Nagelsmann, he's not leaving Germany, yaar. Fluminense guy, Denise. Denise will be super interesting in the Premier League. I am very curious to see who Denise kahan aata hai. हाँ दक्ष भाई बट इवन यूनाइटेड नीड्स सीबीज डिएगो 442 is still enough for a lot. मैं वही कह रहा हूँ. You will get a nitrous boost where he will try and his best to play with these players. Eventually he will want his own players. Every new manager wants his own players. Arteta भी आया था आर्सेनल के साथ. ओबामियांग, लाकाजेट, पेपे, ग्वेंडूजी, बेलेरिन, मेटलैंड नाइल्स, सोक्रेटिस, डेविड लुइस, इन सब के साथ खेला एक सीजन. एफए कप भी जीत गया, कम्युनिटी शील्ड भी जीत गया उसके बाद. But eventually started wanting his own players, right? He wanted his own players. Madrid also scouting Scaloni. They won't go for Scaloni. They'll either go for the next new young manager or they will go for an established head. As a United fan, United sack ETH. I'm not in favor of sacking. No, no, bhai. As I've said, I am not in favor of sacking him. But yeah, my prediction for Euros, France or England. One of these two will win. Luis Enrique is free right now. No, he is in PSG, right? He is in PSG. I think Bruno's suspension. Bhai, no, I do not think this is a blessing in disguise. But let's see. Cause he will have to play Amrabat and then Mino and Scott can play at the 8, which is his best position, I feel. Very interesting in that sense. My problem is what Bruno brings sometimes. Although he plays these Hollywood passes, he is the only one that plays those passes. There are a couple of things that I noticed at Man United was Hoyland was making those runs, nobody was picking him up. Diego Dallo had the opportunity to cross it into to Hoyland, was not picked up. 45 seconds later, goal for Bournemouth. That is the problem. That is this thing. It's not. I think Ten Hag coaches a win every game. ये मैं इतना भी कह देता हूँ. I laugh at United because I'm an Arsenal fan. But as a footballing guy, I am telling you, Ten Hag coaches a win every game. The players just do not execute it. जो कल आर्सेनल के साथ मेरे हिसाब से हुआ था. The first time in a long time I was disappointed in my team because the manager coached a win. The players just did not execute the plan. And the thing is United get punished for their mistakes a lot. हम defensively execute कर लेते हैं. कल हमारा सिर्फ attack execute नहीं किया था आर्सेनल का against Aston Villa. But for me, यूनाइटेड का डिफेंस भी एग्जीक्यूट नहीं कर पाते कभी कभी ढंग से. आई थिंक चेल्सी का डिफेंस फिर भी ज़्यादा स्टेबल है. आई दैट्स माई बिलीफ. बट यूनाइटेड का अटैक एंड डिफेंस बहुत बहुत इनकंसिस्टेंट है. Takshbir, do you think selling half of this deadwood players and giving ETH a season works for Man United? God, tell me one thing, bhai. How many seasons has it been since United have been clearing deadwood? मैंने अभी बताया था that मैंने पढ़ा and I'm hoping it's a lie or it's a joke account, right? For me, it is that if you are giving a contract extension to Lindelof, to Van Bissaka, and to Martial, then you're not selling deadwood. And selling deadwood means two things. Either you go the Chelsea route of trust the process. Chelsea's route of trust the process is 1.5 years में 800 million something खर्च कर लो. You accelerate those 3-4 years of process, condense it into 1.5 and hope it works out. Can United do it? Sure, but I don't think they have the FFP money to do it. They have a lot of money, just the FFP will be a pain in the ass जैसे Chelsea के अभी होने वाले हैं. ठीक है. The other is the Arsenal route, I will say, which is over 4 years. आप बहुत दुख दर्द पीड़ा देखो, बहुत ज्यादा दुख दर्द पीड़ा देखो, बट मैनेजर को बैक करो. ठीक है. मैनेजर को एक बार आपने बैक कर लिया 4 साल तक, then you stick with him and you stick with his decisions and you back him no matter what. Arteta was on the verge of being, I will say, Arteta के against पूरी जनता चली गई थी except very very few. I would say Arteta in was in the minority. Almost weekly आपको Arteta out दिखता था. हम पैलेस से हारे थे गेम, मुझे याद है. ठीक है, जिसके अंदर जाका ने कुछ गलती कर दी थी. Not the one which he took off his shirt and बहुत लड़ाई हो गई थी. एक हम पैलेस के अगेंस्ट गेम हारे थे. You know what the club did? They gave Arteta contract extension. And that I think changed a lot. Haaland injured, yes. By David Ornstein ने सुबह आज रिपोर्ट किया था that Haaland is not with the squad. He has been apparently injured. तो अगर आपकी FPL में Haaland कैप्टन है मेरी तरह, so pain for you भाई. Hopefully आपका वाइस कैप्टन साका या कोई मतलब साला टाइप्स हो. मेरा तो साका निकल गया. I usually put Salah as vice cap. तो मेरा तो ये गेम वीक खत्म भाई. This game week in FPL is over for me. But yeah, he is injured. All good, bhai. All good. Rishi bhai says Bruno is not managed. Bhai, that was shameful for him. That is the worst thing I have seen him do. Okay? You can call him a rat. You can call him a crybaby. Whatever you want to do because, he goes down for penalties. Falana dhamkana. Bro, how are you I know for a fact. ठीक है, ये मैंने जब मैं एमिरेट्स का टूर कर रहा था, ये मैंने खुद उसके गाइडेड टूर में देखा था. दैट लॉकर रूम हमें दिखाया था. ठीक है, उसमें जब स्टार्टिंग लिस्ट आती उसकी साइड पे हमेशा लिखा होता है, एटलीस्ट आर्सेनल में तो होता है, कितने येलो कार्ड्स हैं आपके पास. सो यू हैव एन आइडिया ऑफ व्हाट इज योर डिसिप्लिनरी, मतलब इस गेम में क्या कंडक्ट होना चाहिए. ठीक है, नॉट ओनली डिड यू गेट अ येलो बिफोर एनफील्ड, but you got a yellow not because of a tackle, not because of a fight. You got it because you were complaining to the referee. For dissent, you got a yellow and you're now missing Anfield. This is absolutely nuts, man. And yeah, because Bruno and Scott, I feel, play best at it. Would ideally play Amrabat, Maino, and Bruno. Chalo, dekhte yaar. Advesh, let's see how that turns out. I still think Bruno could have brought a lot to that game. I think Bruno ka composure, his outside of the box shots, his set piece taking, his penalties. Yeah, these are very crucial, by the way. And so I think Bruno will be a miss. And जैसे ऋषि भाई कह रहे हैं, he's not a man. It's shameful from him, man. Shameful from him. Hi Daksh, LB for Arsenal you want, as Zinchenko is not preferred now. Yeah, है हमारे पास. Julian Timber will play left back most likely. But if I have to do this, Tomias also plays left back. But you want to know my ideal signing for left back Chinmay? His name is Lisandro Martinez. I would have loved him. My VC is Salah, thank God. अरे बच गए आप लोग. Why Benfica jersey? Because I like this Benfica jersey. It's a beautiful, beautiful jersey यार. आप लोगों को भी लेनी चाहिए. It's a beautiful jersey. I like this Benfica jersey. Scott is not good at 8. The moment he get defenders around him. He will through ball by giving okay, tutty pass. He can't dribble as well. No one can replace Bruno in the current United squad. And that's the thing. अवैस ने इतनी बढ़िया बात बोल दी है. Maybe for Rashford now you can have Garnacho who can permanently replace him, but who can replicate the skill set of Bruno Fernandes, right? Who can replicate it? Who can replicate the skill set of चलो रासमस हॉयलैंड तो 20 साल का लड़का है जिसको आपने पूरा अटैक थोप दिया है. But who can replicate Bruno's skill? And that is the thing. Meno, Abhi, I think Amad Diallo is also coming, right? Amad Diallo is also coming back. So maybe on the other side of the wing is also something you can have. And देखो धीरे 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 Amad आएगा, Lisandro आएगा. You will see United getting a little better. It is not rocket science. जब teams के injured players वापस आते, they get better, man. And I am telling you, this thing that ETH has no style of play or ETH has no tactics, in my opinion, is an oversimplification. I don't think a team can get third or the FA Cup without having no style of play. That is my opinion. And if you can disagree, fine, disagree. It's fine. I love Bruno. That yellow was absolutely disgraceful. No game sense, that too as a captain. Amrabat is so poor. McTominay to lose possession. मैं बताऊं confused दिल. I think सादिक भाई के साथ मेरी एक बार बात हो रही थी and he was telling me about Amrabat. I don't think Amrabat's a good signing, man. I think he got, because of his Morocco run at the World Cup, he got a little bit of good PR. मेरे हिसाब से नहीं यार, he's not good. There's so many other players United could have gone for, man. It's just the fact that don't have money and उनको Amrabat loan पे मिल गया. Fair enough. United की heritage बताओ क्या है? They used to sign the best talents in the world and definitely the best talents in England. Sir Alex Ferguson Valley United would have gone for Declan Rice. Would have 100% been in the race for Declan Rice. Imagine Declan Rice at Arsenal. क्या difference होता भाई United में? और Declan Rice at United क्या difference होता उन पे? James is also not living up to expectation as Chelsea captain. Very irresponsible. हाँ यार ये मैंने सुना है. United needs to fix the scouting and purchasing decisions. They are a god awful club when buying terrible scouting, buying overhyped players, going after rivals targets. Going after rivals targets तो मैं कह रहा हूँ United heritage ही है nevermore. They will scout, snatch, steal your best players. They did it with us for so many years. ठीक है? Van Persie is the biggest example. They used to take us. They took Wayne Rooney, the best English talent at that time, from Everton. ठीक है? जुआन वेरॉन एक बार था एक पॉइंट पे. जुआन वेरॉन गया तो यूनाइटेड, वियरी था उसका नाम. जुआन वेरॉन यूनाइटेड, या जुआन वेरॉन एक टाइम पे एक बहुत अच्छा टैलेंट था. यूनाइटेड गॉट हिम. दे यूज्ड टू ऑलवेज डू इट. दक्ष भाई चेल्सी का लाइनअप देखो, सुपर्ब लाइनअप स्टार्ट किया है पहुंच ने. अरे बाप रे, अरे बाप रे. आयुष वर्मा कह रहे हैं सुपर्ब, तो फिर तो देखना ही पड़ेगा यार. एक सेकंड. फॉट मॉब, चेल्सी. ऑल राइट, हम एक बार शेयर करते हैं ये. तो the Chelsea lineup for this game is Sanchez expected, Reece James starting, Disasi, Badiashile is starting. Arey wah. Kukureya at left back, so no Thiago Silva. Enzo Caicedo, Gallagher. I think this midfield solid. Mudrik left, Palmer right, Broja starting. No Sterling. Ooh, this is a very interesting lineup, yeah. They are going for that midfield control again and solidity in the back. Ayo, I might actually put money on Chelsea. Everton, Pickford, Mikolenko, Branthwaite, Tarkowski, Young, Harrison, Gay, Garner, McNeil, Dokore, Calvert, Lewin. All right. Bench देखे दोनों teams का. Matos, Jackson, Sterling, Random, Matson, Colville, Thiago Silva, Petrovic. Virginia, Patterson, Godfrey, Mackenzie Hunt, Danjuma, Amadou Onana. No, Amadou Onana is back. Beto and Shermiti. All right. How is this game going to go, boys? What do you think? Take Balde and Frankie Tim. Bhai, I will do anything for Balde. और उसके ऊपर फ्रैंकी मिल गया तो भाई सदा सुहागन. बट या भाई, डू यू थिंक अर्जेंटीना का गोल्डन जनरेशन आ गया? आपने कल भी एक क्वेश्चन पूछा था यार, क्या पता यार. गोल्डन जनरेशन, आई डोंट नो. I'm done with Ten Hag. I'm still support my team. Brawl with Varane typifies that attitude matters at United. We cannot lose 7 games Daksh bhai before Christmas. How we play for Hoyland. Okay. I asked this question on Twitter as well, by the way. Ek second. Let me ask you, since Rishi bhai, Ankush bhai are here in the table, are here in the chat. Okay, let me ask you guys this. Share this tab instead. Okay. Now this is United's fixtures till New Year's, okay? Yeah. Bayern, Liverpool, West Ham, Villa, Forest, Wigan, Spurs नहीं sorry, ये Nottingham Forest तक. Now please, when I ask this question, do not overplay your badness and do not overplay your goodness. ठीक है? जब चेल्सी को हरा दिया था, I felt it was a little too much because it's Chelsea right now. ठीक है? हमने draw किया था, but they were dominating us for 80 minutes and they still did not get the win. So till New Year's, how many games are Manchester United winning? Till Forest है यार. ठीक है? I don't think actually with Bayern I don't know. With Bayern, I think if Bayern play their actual proper game, I think they win. But Bayern themselves have a lot of issues. I think they can win one against Bayern. I don't give them anything against Anfield. West Ham, nah. West Ham, I think they'll win. Villa away. No, sorry, Villa at home. I think they'll surprise people here. I think they'll get a draw at least against Villa. And Forest against they'll win. If I have to predict in the next 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games, it is 2 draws, 1 win, 2 losses. Most likely, yeah, most likely. 1 win, 2 draws. Yeah, that is my prediction as well. Again, be realistic. Be realistic. नहीं नहीं, West Ham जीतेगी. They're not going to beat West Ham. 3 out of 5 wins, 2 draws. So 0 losses says Advait. All right. Three wins. 3 wins कह रहे हो Manash? 1 win, 1 draw. I think they will surprise in one result. एक result पे वो surprise करेंगे किसी को. It's Manchester United. We might beat Villa but lose against Forest. Bruv, too inconsistent. We are the new Spurs. 1 win, 1 draw. I will say 2 draws, 1 win. I think you'll win against Forest. I think they'll be in complete disarray at that point of time. I think you will win at Forest. I think you might sneak a draw against Aston Villa. I think they will play their high line and I think one of Garnacho or Hoyland will exploit it. And उसमें Bruno शायद से काम आ जाए आपके. West Ham, I think it's going to be difficult. I think Bayern ki against you might actually sneak a draw, seeing how Bayern is. 0-3 Bayern says Tracy. Damn. Daksh bhai, I'm keeping Arsenal over Barca as the fourth favorite to win the UCL. इस बार का hunger seems different Arsenal camp में. I think in CL somehow we are doing really really well, man. PSV के साथ हमारा game है. Hopefully we win that game. Villa draw, Forest win. So 1 win, 1 draw. दक्ष भाई क्या टॉप 5 मैं वही देख रहे हैं जोहान क्राइफ मैं ये बोला शायद से हो सकता खेल भी ले not completely set in stone. Anyways, anyway, who plays at CDM in midfield will look bad because there comes an overload exactly because of stock. That's why we need to play with 2 CDMs. I think if you have Mino playing in with one of Amrabat, I think if you have Mino Amrabat in the midfield, na, I don't know if it's 4-2-3-1 or Falana Dhamkana. If you play Mino and Amrabat, I think that's a very solid midfield, man. Like I said, my biggest criticism is where are the young kids who are doing well? Majabri, chalo, theek hai, he's not doing too well. ठीक है? Mabry उसका नाम है. Hannibal Mabry. He's Tunisian. मेरे Tunisian roommate ने बताया था. Mabry. Hannibal Mabry, fine, not the best. Where is Kobe Meno? I have not seen him since Everton. Where is Kobe Meno? He was not there in the Champions League. He was not there in yesterday's game. He was not there in the one before that also, right? PSV is doing very good in the league, 100%. But we've wrapped up our Champions League. हम top finish करेंगे कुछ भी हो जाए इस गेम में. तो हम Champions League में गेम हार भी जाए तो कुछ भी हो सकता है. L at Anfield, L at West Ham, L from Villa, draw at Forest, draw from Spurs. Spurs वाला तो अभी नहीं कर रहे हम Forest तक ही देख रहे हैं. सिर्फ मैं कह रहा हूँ न्यू ईयर्स तक 30th December तक. How much? Because I will tell you this. मैंने ट्वीट किया था if from Chelsea, Bournemouth, Bayern he gets less than 6, he could be sacked. And I have a feeling he could get sacked at Anfield. He could get sacked at Anfield. बताऊं Advait, I completely agree with you as well. The thing is, he is your second biggest goal threat right now, and that's the problem. Anyways, Averell, I'm not answering that question. Come on, man. क्या कह रहे हो आप? Whom do you want to bench in the last game? Everyone. Everyone is possible, Adarsh. भाई बाल्टे अगर बढ़िया तो जावी उसको टाइम क्यों नहीं दे रहा उसमें अभी ऐसी क्या कमी है आई एम ऑल्सो बारसा फैन क्वांटम फाइटर आई थिंक व्हाट एवरी बारसा फैन हैज टोल्ड मी इज दैट ही इज जस्ट बीन ओवरप्लेड एंड वो उसकी वजह से अपना बेस्ट परफॉर्म नहीं कर पा रहा है बोर्नमथ फैन सिंगिंग भाई देखो यार I do not agree with Mark Goldbridge where he says that he at Ten Hag retains the backing of most fans. If he retained the backing of most fans, Old Trafford would not have been empty at around 70th minute. जब 3-0 हो गया था. ठीक है? So yeah, यूनाइटेड लिवरपूल को हरा सकती है कि अविरल मिरेकल हो जाएगा if United beat Liverpool. I will genuinely classify it as a Christmas miracle, near Christmas miracle. अगर अगर यूनाइटेड ने लिवरपूल को हरा दिया, बहुत मुश्किल है बिकॉज जो जो यूनाइटेड की वीकनेसेस हैं सारी लिवरपूल की स्ट्रेंथ्स हैं. यस जोशुआ यू गॉट अ मेंबरशिप यार, थैंक्स टू मैथ्यू. मैथ्यू को थैंक कर दीजिए. You don't want to break the winning streak, so please be realistic. I think Havertz will play. I think Jesus will play. I think Saka will play. I think Kivior will play. Gabriel will be given some rest. Um, Trossard will play. I think Martinelli will be taken off. Baki, I don't think we can change much. Jorginho will play maybe. So I think Rice should be given some rest. Or if not Rice, then Odegaard should be given some rest. I think Kai will play. Trossard will play. Saka will play. Jesus won't play, I don't think. I think Jesus को थोड़ा रेस्ट देना चाहिए. Yes, ऋषभ, आपको भी मैथ्यू ने ही गिफ्ट की है. Araujo to Bayern Munich, not happening. Not happening at all. He loves Barca. Um, he loves Barca. I don't think he's going out. Is Haaland injured? Yes, Erling Haaland is injured, boys. Erling Haaland is injured. I think we do because of Bruno's suspension, he has to play both Meno and Amrabat. We might sneak in 1-0. Let's see, man. I think, Advait, if I have to even explore this now, it will all be from that left hand side. My problem is not that you might not score against Liverpool, although that will be very tough indeed. And Garnacho can get on that trend side बहुत अच्छे से. My problem is your defense. Liverpool attack करते हैं. And once right now we've discovered how your center of the pitch completely gets overrun ना. अगर Szoboszlai and McAllister keep feeding Salah, Nunes and Diaz, जो मेरे को लगता है उस गेम के स्टार्टिंग 11 होंगे, नहीं होगा यार. आपका डिफेंस नहीं कोप कर पाएगा मेरे हिसाब से. दक्ष यूर सेइंग कि वंस लीच एंड एवरीवन कम्स बैक यूनाइटेड विल प्ले डिफरेंट, बट तब तक कुछ बचा रहना भी चाहिए ना. वही मैं कह रहा हूँ. It's always going to be that only Paris. They will compete, they will get better, but you still have to stabilize that ship tab tak, right? And I think wahan pe ETH has been let down a little bit. Another 7-0 coming the moment it comes over get flick. I have a feeling he might get sacked at Anfield. We might beat Bayern and get hammered by Liverpool. This is Man United. Yeah, imagine if you look at the Champions League group, boys. If Man United beat Bayern Munich, table कहाँ गई भाई? If Man United beat Bayern Munich and Copenhagen Galatasaray draw, Man United will finish second in the table and they will qualify for the next round of Champions League. सोचो कुछ भी हो सकता है. I will say this though, as United fans अगर आप हो Twitter पे, number one, follow me on Twitter यार. You can follow me at Global Waffles on Twitter and A for_Arsenal on Instagram यार. Twitter pe I keep tweeting regularly, keep making jokes, keep asking questions, interact, blah blah blah. I'm very funny, very hilarious on Twitter. Follow me there. But if you're on United fan on Twitter, do not follow two people. One, that guy called Ten Hag Reds, who is completely in Ten Hag की पिछवाड़ा. ठीक है, पूरा घुसा हुआ है Ten Hag के अंदर. Second guy you should not follow is Mike LUHG. That guy is contrarian for contrarian's sake, मेरे हिसाब से. Anyways, Kane will ensure Bayern will win. Yeah. 7-0 at Anfield, Salah for a reason. All right. Final game that we will talk about, man. And you know what? Actually, we've spoken too much. अगर आपको मेरे thoughts जानने हैं Aston Villa versus Arsenal में, तो please watch that review video, man. Watch that review video. अच्छे से बनाने की कोशिश करिए. Rome wasn't built in a day, भाई. Crazy, man. UTD Trey, stop, man. Yeah, man, bro, that guy's crazy, bro. That Ten Hag Reds guy, absolutely nuts. And so is that Mike LUHG. Completely negative Nancy. Full negative Nancy. Ooh, I don't think he's smiled a day in his life. I am very funny on Twitter. Daksh Bhai is the guy the guy people girlfriends told them not to worry about looking slick in the just अरे भाई AV क्या बोलते रहते. Thank you so much. No new thing. You know what? I hated no new thing. And then he started being right. So I was like, क्या बकवास है. Anyways, um, let's preview the games, man. आपने देख लिया चेल्सी का लाइनअप. शेयर दिस टैब. Oh no, हमने स्टॉप शेयरिंग क्यों कर दिया? चेल्सी का लाइनअप क्या लगता है? एवर्टन वर्सेस चेल्सी बॉयज. व्हाट डू यू थिंक हु इज विनिंग टुडे? चेल्सी का आपको पता ही है. They are 10th right now. If they win, they stay 10th. If they lose, do they go back? No, they don't go back. I mean, if Fulham win today, then they go back. Um, Baki koi team, yeah. Everton will be 6 points behind Chelsea if Everton win today. So, in a way, it will eventually be a 6 pointer. Everton 3-1. Draw कह रहे हैं अद्वैत. 1-1 draw. 4-0 Everton. Premier League panel Raj Singh Chauhan OP. Bhai, Raj Singh Chauhan is amazing. Daksh bhai, Spider-Man 2 for got robbed for the game of the year. All right. Everton win. Everton 2-0. I can't predict Chelsea matches. Impossible to predict. I have a feeling Chelsea will win this one. 1-0. 1-0 to the Chelsea. Let's go. अगर Everton जीत गई, it'll be hilarious. 3-1 to the Chelsea. 2-2. 2-0 to Chelsea, says Streams of Dreams. 5-1 Chelsea, says Averell. Damn, Averell. Rome wasn't built by idiots also. Trust the process, bhai. Trust the process. Bhai, 1MFC to amazing guy, man. Amazing guy. Always follow him, always love him. All right, let's go to the next game, जो आज है. Fulham West Ham. Who do you think are winning? Kudus, Paqueta, Bowen, Ward-Prowse, Soucek, Fornals, Cresswell, Aguerd, Zuma, Kufal. कौन हटा है? एंटोनियो नहीं है, अरियोला नहीं है, एमरसन नहीं है, ओग्बोना नहीं है, बेन रामन नहीं है, कॉर्बनेट, ओबामा. Who is not here then? Okay, very interesting. Robinson, Bassi, Adribeo, Castagna, Palinia, Kearney, Willian, Pereira, Iwobi, Jimenez. They won 5-1 their last game here, Fulham. Fulham 2-1. We are all Everton, says R9. 3-0 Everton. 8-0 Everton तो नहीं होने वाला. West Ham. Draw. 3-1 West Ham. Daksh bhai, where do I live? I live in Dublin, bhai. I live in Dublin. West Ham 1-0. All right, 1-0 to West Ham. Last game Chelsea play so bad. This game they'll be so good. The Matrix. Fulham 2-0. यार अगर आज Chelsea बहुत convincingly जीत गई ना, I will be convinced that this is all a social media like social experiment होगा. All right. Last game भाई Tottenham and Newcastle. I think अभी तक lineup आए नहीं है ये. But considering the injuries, here is the thing. My feeling is Spurs will score one early goal, then they will struggle, then Newcastle will come back, but in the end, I think Spurs will score. So I will say 2-1 to Spurs this game. I think Newcastle away from home are not good. I think Spurs will be very motivated to stop this one win in five वाला thing. Spurs की सबसे बड़ी problem ये नहीं है कि वो goal score नहीं कर रहे हैं. I have a feeling देखो यार, they always score goals. They've taken the lead for in every game, I think, apart from maybe one or two. They've taken the lead in every possible game. They just end up losing that game. So I will say it'll either be a 2-1 Spurs win or a 1-1 draw. Is Son definitely out or what? Lily White's India? Kya scene hai? I think it'll be a 2-1 Spurs win. High probability of draw, but Spurs might clinch a win. I have a feeling Spurs will clinch a win. I think they'll beat Newcastle very nicely. I think अच्छे से करेंगे. वॉच अलॉन्ग यार मैं नहीं करने वाला इसका. आई हैव स्टफ टू डू एज वेल टुडे. मैं सोचा एक स्ट्रीम कर दूं एंड दिस इज व्हाट आई एम डूइंग टुडे. बाकी गाइस वॉच दैट रिव्यू वीडियो यार फॉर एस्टन विला वर्सेस आर्सेनल. हमने उस पर काफी बात कर ली थी उसके लिए. लिवरपूल का डिस्कस कर लिया, यूनाइटेड का डिस्कस कर लिया, मैड्रिड का डिस्कस कर लिया. ड्रॉ कह रहे हैं मिस्टर पोपो. 2-0 न्यूकासल सेज फिनिक्स. इफ न्यूकासल गेट दैट अर्ली गोल, आई विल स्टिल नॉट रूल आउट स्पर्स. इफ न्यूकासल गो अप 2-0 इट्स ओवर. 2-0 टू आर्सेनल. आर्सेनल तो हमेशा ही जीतेगी भाई, लक्ष्यजीत भाई. अरे यार, वेयर इज माई बॉय जो आर्सेनल ओपी लिखता था हमेशा. आई मिस हिम. मैथ्यू, थैंक्स फॉर गिफ्टिंग 10 memberships, 5 memberships as well. Let's hope you win, man. General Trosser, thanks for the 8 months. Matthew again for the contributions. Gurpreet for the contribution. Matthew for the contribution. All of you guys, thank you so much, man. 1-1 draw, says Newcastle. Romero is back, so maybe they will defend somehow. I think they'll defend better. I think Udogi and Romero and Vicario and Son, they have good players. Come on, you Spurs. Yes, come on, you Spurs. Newcastle 3-3 Spurs. Oof, be a crazy game, yeah. Game of the week हो जाएगा ये. Doesn't look probable that he'll play. Oh, that is a huge issue then. Who will be? Brian Hill, Kulusevski, Gio Lo Celso and Richarlison then. हाँ? और ब्रेनन भी खेलेगा. हाँ, ब्रेनन भी खेल सकता है. What I would do for this game is Kulusevski in the middle, सार को हटा के लो सेल्सो. यार न्यूकासल का बताओ क्या है, अगर स्पर्स को जीतना उनको मिडफील्ड करना पड़ेगा यार. हाँ मैंने देखा. आर्सेनल रेलीगेशन, हाँ भाई बिल्कुल, नेक्स्ट ईयर नेक्स्ट ईयर. गिव मी मोटिवेशन फॉर टुडेज मैच. फियर्स लग रहा है. आई थिंक दैट्स अ वेरी एक्साइटिंग लाइनअप यार गौरव भाई. आई थिंक इवन दो बच्चे हैं, फिर से देखते हैं. आई थिंक आपके डिफेंस में यू विल गेट इनफ क्रिएटिविटी फ्रॉम जेम्स. आई थिंक एज लॉन्ग एज दीज थ्री ना, डिसासी, बादेशिल एंड कुकुरे डू देयर जॉब्स प्रॉपरली, इट विल बी फाइन. आई थिंक काइसेडो वेंजो will have a very tough time dealing with Gay and Ducore. ठीक है. ये बंदा जो है ना इधर, जैक हैरिसन, ये मेरे हिसाब से कुकुरिया को कर सकता है. बट द रीजन आई एम कॉन्फिडेंट इज यू हैव गैलेगर बैक, यू हैव पामर बैक. पामर वर्सेस मिकोलेंको, आई डोंट थिंक ही इज गोना गेट मच जॉय. मुद्रिक वर्सेस यंग विल बी द बेस्ट थिंग. आई थिंक मुद्रिक विल बी अ की प्लेयर. हिज नेम इज इद्रिसा गाना गे. भैया मैं क्या कह सकता हूँ उसको, मैं गई गई तो नहीं बोल सकता ना. If Arsenal loses to Pool at Anfield, it will be difficult for it to catch up. Definitely, yeah. But I expect us to lose at Anfield. That being said, अगर हम if we have to number one beat Brighton सबसे पहले, भाड़ में जाए Anfield पहले, have to beat Brighton. Um, we have to beat Brighton and then we will talk about Anfield. In my perspective, boys, I will say if Arsenal is 4 points maximum, max to max 4 points behind the team at top, we will still be there in the title hunt. अगर हम 5-6 पॉइंट पीछे चले गए then it's over. सेट पीस डिफेंडिंग आपको ऑलरेडी पता ही है. हाँ भाई, आई नो दिस. दे आर क्रेजी एट सेट पीसेस बाय द वे. And you know, Gaurav, the only thing I will worry about is Sean Dyche was there at Old Trafford looking at you guys. And what's more shameless, he had a game the next day, but he was still scouting Chelsea. ठीक है. Everton versus Newcastle था वो उसके अगले दिन. The guy is sitting at Old Trafford looking at Chelsea भाई. Crazy man. लूटिंग यार हम पे तो इतना पैसा है, हम क्यों नहीं लेते चेल्सी की तरह अंधा प्लेयर्स. मयंक कहता है. अच्छा मयंक, गलत अकाउंट से आ गया यार, तू गलत अकाउंट से आ गया. सो या एनीवेज बॉयज, दिस वाज द स्ट्रीम. 1.5 घंटे बात कर ली सारी टीम्स के बारे में. हालैंड इज इंजर्ड, दैट सक्स मेरे एफपीएल के लिए तो फॉर श्योर. लेट्स सी इफ लूटन डज समथिंग. आई हैव वेरी लिटिल होप्स though. I think today Foden is scoring. I think today Alvarez might get on the score sheet. Doku might do something. I think City are winning it 3-0 easy. And yeah, mod बना दो says Tracy. Alright. नहीं तेरे को तो mod नहीं बताऊंगा. तू Arsenal tears करता रहे Discord पे. वही आपकी privilege है. तेरे को नहीं बनाऊंगा मैं Tracy. अभी नहीं बनाऊंगा. But yeah, I think Chelsea might nick it, but it's gonna be super tough. But you never know with Sean Dyche, man. Everton are on a great form purely through adrenaline. They're out of the relegation zone. If they win today, they are 6. Oh हाँ, डोकू भी तो इंजर हो गया. सही कह रहे हो मयंक. If they win today, they are 6 points behind Chelsea भाई. And डिस्कॉर्ड सर्वर का लिंक तभी मिलेगा अगर आप मेंबर हैं. और अगर आप मेंबर हैं तो आप मेंबर्स टैब पे, सॉरी मेंबरशिप टैब पे जाके फर्स्ट लिंक को क्लिक कर लीजिए. यू विल बी अ पार्ट ऑफ द डिस्कॉर्ड. एंड या, दैट इज द थिंग. दैट वाज द स्ट्रीम. Which game am I going to see? No game I'm going to see यार. अभी आज काम है, पढ़ाई है थोड़ी सी, वो करूंगा मैं. बाकी तो यार enjoy your Sunday. And yeah, join the membership if you want to join the Discord. ये रहा लिंक, स्ट्रीम एलिमेंट्स बॉट ने आपको डाल दिया है. You can join it here. Otherwise, आप PC से जाके भी you can join the membership. I really appreciate. Thank you so much for coming. अच्छा discussion रहा. I enjoyed it. See you all soon. Like the video if you haven't, boys. Like the video if you haven't. And subscribe if you're new. I'll see you all soon. Tata. Bye-bye.